All right, let me tell you the story of One Piece. You ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
This will catch you up all the way to the important part. All right? So this is kind of spoilers, but don't worry because everything I'm telling you is pre-time skip and it's all in 4:3 and the animation is garbage. So it's okay to skip this all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, it starts with a boy named Luffy who's just got fucking no hoes, no parents, zero fucking losses too, admittedly. And he really likes this guy named Shanks, who's like a pirate who came into town one day and like beat up someone. And Shanks is like badass. Anyway, Shanks just disappears for the next like 500 episodes, pretty much. And Luffy just wants to go find him and this epic treasure called the One Piece that was buried by a pirate that no one's ever found. So that's what he does. And like somehow runs into his first companion, which is Zoro, swordsman, who wields 3 swords. And then both of them are like, let's fucking go. Bear in mind, I haven't watched a show in about 7 years. I was
Right.
in high school, so this is old memories I'm going off of. Okay, boom. So yeah, Luffy, Zoro go off to find treasure. On the way, they run into Usopp, who's got a big nose and is kind of a huge fucking loser, big comedy relief guy. Pretty much does nothing cool at all for a while, except make occasional jokes and go, wah. Then they run into Nami, who's got big fat milkers and somehow a tiny waist and is able to stand up without falling over, which is impressive.
That's NAMI.
That is NA. Wait, what is prediction? Why is there prediction playing?
Don't worry about it. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right, sure. Anyway, Nami's hometown has been ravaged by this guy named Arlong, who's a shark. And this gang of Luffy, Zoro, and Usopp, I think, no Sanji, maybe Sanji was there, just fuck him up. And that was like the first time that they were kind of badass. I think also there was this guy named Sanji who just kicks a lot, who's a chef. Sanji's like a huge simp, and he says, you know how in Japanese language you'll end a word with like san or kun, you know, to like
Isn't that usually for people's names?
yeah, it'd be like, you know, it's like Ludwig san, Ludwig kun, something like that.
Sure.
He does it to such like a point where he's like swan, which is not even a word in Japanese. I think it's just like a cutesy way to say it. Anyway,
he's being adorable.
I would say actually, if this was a live action movie, his character would make you really uncomfortable about how much he sexualizes every woman.
Oh.
And idolizes them. It feels like he can't interact with the opposite sex in any genuine way. Anyway, though, he's the kick man. So we have Zoro, sword guy. We have Sanji, the kick man. We have Usopp, useless. He has a slingshot, though. We have Nami, who's got big milkers, and I don't think really any fighting skills. And then you got Luffy, who's got rubber arms. Did I mention the rubber part?
No.
Fuck. Okay. Yes, that's how it started, is that there's fruit that give you superpowers. And he got one that makes you Rubber Man. Anyway, moving on. Those are our adventurers. And they have like a few trials and tribulations, but none really bigger than Arlong. Until they run into Frankie. Because they're sailing around on their ship, and their ship's kind of beat. And then they find Frankie, I think. And then Frankie's like, I'm gonna fix your boat. And he's kind of like if Hulk Hogan was half robot and I don't want to say gay because I don't think Frankie's gay. He could be. No, I think maybe what's the word I'm looking for?
Someone donated $3 to play an 8-second clip of Nami's bouncing boobs.
You can't. we
Are you
don't-
thinking
I don't
just
think
like
that flies.
effeminate? Is that the word you're looking for?
He's very I don't know what I'm looking for.
Like
Just flamboyant, I think is the word.
flamboyant was the word I was looking for.
Yes.
Metro.
So they find Frankie and he fixes up their ship, and I think I mix up the order, but then they also get this girl named Robin, who's so fucking weird and closed off, but she's also being like a part of this man named Crocodile's empire, and he's like making her feel bad, and so they save her from this villain named Crocodile, and they put him in jail. She also has huge knockers. Anyway,
Do all the girls have huge knockers?
yeah, pretty much, like really big knockers, huge yams. Then they get Chopper, who is just like a little reindeer doctor. And pretty much the way the first 500 episodes goes is sail around, find a person, either save the person or go through that person's arc. For example, Sanji's was him working as a cook on a ship. And so you'd go through that arc, and then the arc would be over, and then they would join the team. And that was like everything. And there was like 2 bosses in that entire first 400 episodes, and it was Arlong and Crocodile. And that was like, 50 episodes for each of them to beat them. And the fights were kind of mid, but the songs were kind of cool. And that was pretty much it. And then they don't get Skeleton Guy till after, right?
No, not till after.
No,
Well-
the Sky Pia doesn't matter at all. That's all filler. You might as well skip that.
I mean, you got the skeleton. Didn't skeleton guy come from the
He came
bark?
He came from after they went to the New Sea, right?
No, I don't think so. He comes from Thriller Bark, right?
Thriller Bark is before?
Yeah, because they go through that crazy scene with Luffy turning into a giant monster.
Anyway, they somehow get this skeleton guy who's undead who plays instruments. And then I think that's the whole team. Is Zoro, the leader Luffy, who's pretty ripped. He gets more rubber powers. Zoro, who's a dope swordsman. He's goated. Real Vegeta type. Actually more honorable. Honestly, Goku type. And then you get Sanji, who's like the third strongest, who's like pretty goated for a bit. He could kick so well he could fly. Then you have Usopp, who had a weird arc where he like left and then he came back, and then he became kind of goated and less of a whiny bitch. Then you have Chopper, who's the doctor, who could take pills and become a giant reindeer. Nami and Robin, I think, were still. I don't think they were ever that useful fighting. Robin, I feel like was maybe, but. And then, am I missing one? Frankie, I feel like didn't do anything except for fix the ship occasionally. And that's the whole squad. And again, they want this treasure. And on the journey, they run into this like mecha robot thing that just puts them in the dirt, and they all fucking lose and die. And then 2 years pass, and they all come back, and they're all ripped and yoked. And then they leave the old sea, and they go to a new sea through a whale. Are you following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go through a whale, and then they're in a new sea instead of the old sea. And then the new sea's like where like this shit's about to get real. Like only goated people can go to the new sea. It's Monka W. They go to on the way they go to a fish island, but it's really boring. And then Whitebeard dies. And then after that,
Isn't Ace dying more important than that? Or am I crazy?
also Luffy has a brother and he dies. And then after all that, they're in the new place, and this is where you find out there's like 7 bosses that run the ocean, and they need to defeat each one to be the pirate king and then claim the bounty of the greatest treasure ever known.
Right.
And I think there's 4 emperors, and I think they like murk 1, maybe 2, and then I stopped watching after. I stopped watching when they were supposed to fight Doflamingo, who's one of the emperors, and then it took too long, and I stopped watching. And that's One Piece.
Nice. I mean, that's a YouTube video, just like your Kingdom Hearts thing.
Well, I think my Kingdom Hearts one was a little more accurate.
You got the gist of it, as far as I'm aware.
I think this was just as good, though.
Sounded pretty good, yeah.
And that's about 600 episodes deep.
More than that, right? Because you got all the way up to Doflamingo.
I didn't get to Doflamingo's island. I think the last thing I saw was this island of fire, like lava and ice.
Oh,
and there
yeah,
was
the
girl
gas
they were
guy.
fighting.
Yeah.
And then that, I don't know what episode that is. That's the last thing I remember kind of seeing.
Okay. Cool.
It has a lot happened since that Hazard Punk. Did they get a new member?
Yeah.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Jinbei.
Oh, they went back and got him?
Yeah.
But why didn't they get him in the Fishman area? Wasn't he like, nah, I'm good?
There was some weird thing about that. I don't exactly remember why. Oh, you know what? It's because he was serving one of the big pirates. And then they had to break his contract or some shit like that.
Right, very official, yes. That Fishman arc was so boring, and I think it's part of the reason why I stopped watching. Was because of how boring it was. I think my favorite arc was Deadass Sanji's arc.
Yeah.
It was kind of sick.
Let me tell you.
With the ones with his family?
The one where he was on the ship.
Oh,
As
yeah.
a cook. That was just sick. I don't think I got to the family one.
Oh, I don't even remember where the family arc is, so.
Yeah, it wasn't even a whole arc. I just really liked
Yup.
when he hung out on the ship and was a chef.
I liked the reason why he kicks. He doesn't want to hurt his hands. So
You're quiet, guys. What do you say?
I like the reason why he kicks, because he doesn't want to mess up his hands so he can keep cooking.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good reason.
I suppose you wouldn't mind checking to see if your Twitch Prime is available. It's honestly just wasted money if you
Custo
don't use
Twitch
it.
Prime video.